Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks, and here we stand. Al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's the Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
Woo, Lordy! How you doing out there, friends? Yeah, I was getting tangled in my headphones. For those of you who are not watching the show, how are you doing? How you doing, Natch? Oh, we made it, man. We made it. We had a great week last week. Next week, we have a bank holiday. Oh, Natch. God, he is smiling upon us. How are you doing, friends? Let me tell you, before we get going, this week, Richard Vaughan is going to be live in the studio on Tuesday and Thursday. That's right, Natch? So there'll be no ProBoh shows that day. On Tuesday and Thursday, you can enjoy Richard Vaughan with students or doing whatever Richard Vaughan does. Sorry, I know I usually make up for that in the evenings, but my workload won't allow me this week. So you can enjoy fresh ProBoh show on Wednesday, Friday, and today. So sorry, guys, I don't have the time to be able to fill in those gaps. And then I believe the week after is a full ProBoh show week, and I will do the Monday bank holiday. How are we all doing? Let's see what people are saying. We've got Pedro here, we've got Nessa Fanessa, we've got JC, we've got MJ Symbol. Guys, if you want to join in with the show live, you can do so at twitch.tv/professional bohemian. What have we got coming up in the show today? Let me tell you, friends. I asked 100 humans what students do to annoy their teachers. Great question. And then we go to complete the news, where we look at what's again some more Florida news. I couldn't resist about how they build roads, how they construct roads in Florida. and an Italian crisis meeting, if we have time for two today. We also have an unpopular opinion, which was a good one today, Natch. Polemic. Today's unpopular opinion is uniforms and dress codes are awesome. Hey, yeah, the results may surprise you, Natch. The results may surprise you. But all that fun is coming up later, guys. Right now, I'm here, you're here. Let's catch up a little bit. It's been a few days. How are you doing, Natch? You went to see Mario.
Yes.
And you were like, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it, but I expected a little bit more.
Yeah, okay. I can understand that. I enjoyed it too. Just as, something to pass the time. If I were, you see, when I see a film like that, Minions, Mario, that are objectively bad, right, for an adult, I have to imagine myself as a kid watching those and just freaking out at how amazing they are. I watched this weekend, I watched the new Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Oh my God. So good. Repeat the days you're live, Rob, please. I'm live today, Monday. I'm live again Wednesday. And then I'm live again Friday, friends. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You get 3 ProBoh shows this week. Yeah, Richard takes priority over the Bald Man. So yeah, I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Very, very good movie, Natch. If you're a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy, you are going to enjoy it. It's maybe a little more darker. It's still very, very funny, but it touches on themes that are very emotional. A little tear crept down my face, Natch. My stone heart melted somewhat, and a little tear crept down my face. Oh, no spoilers, but a great movie. I highly recommend it. Also, I saw Renfield. Oh my God, a movie that's shocked and surprised me. What a great, funny film. And the critics on Rotten Tomatoes said it was, I don't think it was fresh anyway. I think it was, the critics hated it, but the audiences loved it. I've got to say, Natch, I loved Renfield. So funny. With Nick Cage playing Dracula. Is that not everything you've ever wanted in life? It was so good. I watched Guardians 2. It was cool. Rocket's story surprised me, said Pedro. Yeah. Me too. And it kind of frames the whole trilogy as kind of Rocket's story, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, trust me, guys. If you're not If you're not a Marvel fan, maybe it's not going to be your cup of tea. I'm going to be honest with you. But if you are a Marvel fan, or a fan at least of James Gunn movies or the Guardians of the Galaxy, it does not disappoint as a final outing for this version of the Guardians. You're gonna really enjoy it. At least I did, you know? And I'm not one to get emotional at films. Or anything, really. I'm English. Emotions, you know. we bred that trait out. Oh, by the way, Natch, did you watch the coronation? You must have watched the coronation, right?
No.
No, me neither. Apparently it happened. Sausage Fingers got his crown, so good for him. I honestly can't report on it because I didn't watch it. I did watch Guardians of the Galaxy, but I didn't watch the new king being crowned. Did anybody in Spain watch this thing? I asked my mum if she watched it, Mama Bo, and she said no. I taped it because I want to watch it later. And she's not going to watch it later. Come on. All right, let's see what's going on in the world. The ProBoh Show elves have been busy. Here we go. An interesting piece of news here that I found in futurism.com. Amazon, not the river, the website. Sausage Fingers. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. I shouldn't call him Sausage Fingers. Should call him King Sausage Fingers now. All right. I did watch the coronation. Okay, Pedro, was it good? You know, I've never seen a coronation. There's never been one in my lifetime. You know, I'll see the pictures later. But yeah, apparently it was. I don't know. I just feel it leaves a bad taste in my mouth when England is going through such, or is about to go through such austerity. The cost of living is getting ridiculous out there. And all this pomp and ceremony for Sausage Fingers, it just drives me crazy. I mean, I'm not saying don't be a royalist or be a royalist. I mean, I don't care what you think. I don't care not what you think, what you believe, or if it's important to you or not. I just know that it's not important to me. So if you watched it, then great, good for you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was everything you wanted and more. I worry more about people like in the financial position of my family, living in England and struggling to make ends meet, while King Sausage Fingers is getting gold and jewels adorned around it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, Natch. Maybe I'm a crazy man for feeling these things. I don't know. How are you doing? Con? Nessa watched it too. Okay, well, I'm on my own. I'm the only person in Spain that didn't watch the coronation. Me and you, Natch. Okay, so Amazon, again, the website, not the river, is being flooded. Again, the website, not the river, is being flooded with books entirely written by AI. Yeah, Amazon is being flooded with books that have been entirely written by AI. AI-generated books are flooding Amazon's marketplace, making it difficult to distinguish between real authors and non-existent writers. This trend poses a challenge for human authors and raises concerns about the spread of misinformation. You as a writer, Natch, does it worry you, the whole AI thing?
I'm not a writer.
I mean, look, dude, it lives within you. Like, can I give you a massive piece of advice, Natch? I know you unsolicited piece of advice, right? When when I made the transition from theatre to media, when I made the transition from media to theatre, because that was the first one, I was immediately, as soon as I said I was a playwright, and I started writing plays. Then when I said I was an actor and comedian, I was an actor and a comedian. And then when I said I was a TV producer, I was a TV producer. Like, most of the battle of doing whatever the hell it is you want to do that lives within your dreams is just stating it out loud and living it and being it. Honestly, I think I trust. I have more faith in Nacho than Nacho has in himself. That's the way that goes. Okay, so yeah, AI-generated books are flooding Amazon's marketplace, making it difficult to distinguish between real authors and non-existent writers. This trend poses a challenge for human authors and raises concerns about the spread of misinformation. NewsGuard, a firm that assesses the credibility of online news sources, identified 49 websites producing content that appeared to be mostly or entirely AI generated in April. Wow. I mean, wow. Some publishers are hiding the use of AI while others are openly embracing it. So as someone who has dipped his toe in the writing pool, Natch, how do you feel about AI taking on this role of writing books and articles? Oh, wait, someone's come in and interrupted it. The worst possible time. The worst possible time. I mean, me as someone who's written fiction, and fact, and editorial type fact, because I did work for a blog for some time. I worry a little bit. So go on. Sorry, Natch. I'm interrupted.
No, I'm sorry. You were asking me something. I'm starting to be a little bit scary about this AI thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
the end, I think we are going to be able to distinguish it. Like, everything is going to be almost the same, every AI. And the human touch is going to be... Se va a notar.
Yeah, I think so. And I think we already value something that's created by humans way more than we value something that's created by AI. You know what I mean? I think that's built into our brains. Nessa says, we have faith in you, Nacho. See?
Thank you.
She says, you're not crazy. I do understand where you're coming from, says Nessa. I think with regards to King Sausage Fingers. I'm not worried about AI. Writing is about quality more than quantity, says FridayCon. Joining us all the way from South Africa. How are you doing, Conman? I'm just worried about how AI is used, but I think it can bring many good things too. Yeah, me too. Now, here's the thing. Okay. So, I've written plays, TV shows, and I've written radio stuff, and I've written articles for clickbait. A clickbait publication about New York City. I really thoroughly loved both experiences, although they were very different. When you're writing something for a creative purpose, for the theatre or for TV or for radio, you take your time and it's a creative process. You go through several rewrites. When you're writing for publications like BuzzFeed and things like that, I mean, again, it is a game of quantity over quality. It wasn't my best writing. It didn't even matter. I read through the topics in my head and typed it as if I was speaking it. Now, those are the kind of jobs I think AI will take. And is that real writing? I don't think so. I mean, maybe up to a degree. I mean, look, BuzzFeed have already fired like a huge percentage of their content creation departments. I think that's just the way it's going. What annoys me is that, I want AIs to be answering emails, cleaning up my apartment. And I want to be the one writing and painting. And it's just gone the opposite way, Natch. It's gone the opposite way. And that makes me unhappy. Let's see. Last night I figured out who the elves are. How could I be such a fool? ChatGPT is the no. ChatGPT isn't the elves. ChatGPT isn't the elves. MJ Symbol. Yeah, I can't believe how people trust me so little, Natch. I'm going to send a photo to people of the elves, of the poor exploited elves. Anyway, let's continue. Some publishers are hiding their use of AI while others are openly embracing it. This new reality may lead to a feedback loop of AI text generators recycling each other's content. Embracing the issue, are exacerbating the issue, making the issue worse. Margaret Mitchell, chief ethics scientist at AI startup Hugging Face, warns that losing track of the truth is the main issue. I think that's the main issue among humans as well. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I don't think in history there have ever been less faith in journalism as there is now. I mean, okay, that's quite glib. I'm sure during the 30s and 40s in Europe, maybe. Let's see. Yes, I have that feeling too, like in art. Maybe logo design and so on is taken over, but fine art will remain, says Nessa. Yeah, I think so. I mean, would you want to read a book, a piece of fiction, if you knew it was written by AI? I don't think I would. I mean, it would just feel hollow to me, even if the story was great. You'd want to know that there was a human touch behind it. Which is why I think, like, what Natch and I do on the radio is safe. Even if there were text generators, I think being on camera, Natch... Well, I'm on camera. Natch is AI. He's like a super sophisticated AI. The elves are real. Natch is fake. Anyway. All right, what else? But let's... okay, well, I'm going to go... I've spent so much time chatting with you all. I actually have so much more news today. Dutch farmers, I was hoping Min would be in today. Dutch farmers could be paid to close their farms under a new scheme. First thing, which farms? Because you're providing Europe with a very important service. Which farms? Wait. Livestock farms. Okay, fine. Okay, so animals. All right, okay, I can live with that. The EU has approved a 1.5 billion euro scheme for the Dutch government to buy out farmers in order to reduce nitrogen emissions. Nearly 3,000 farms located near nature reserves are expected to be eligible for voluntary closure. Yeah, this is so the Netherlands can fulfill their promises of reducing nitrogen emissions. Apparently, this is the thing. But my question is, are we not going to have some kind of a food shortage? I know a lot of us rely on Dutch meat for our consumption. So yeah, weird. The ProBoh Show will survive, says Nessa. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the elves, they might not survive, but I can always catch more. It's not a problem. I couldn't program another Natch, though. That would be incredibly difficult. He's very advanced AI. That's why you never see him. I'd just be showing you a computer screen. Okay, and what else? Then I had a ton of news about global warming, but friends, I don't think we have time for it. And I guess by Wednesday, it may be old news. So I will post all the links and the things that I wanted to talk about today on my Patreon. You can find that patreon.com/professional bohemian. If you like to keep up to date with the news, I did have quite a bit of news about global warming. Why? Well, briefly, because Vietnam recorded its highest ever temperature, just over 44 degrees centigrade. That's for my international friends, that's 111 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my God. Then Thailand recorded 44.6 degrees centigrade. Jeez Louise. Mamma mia, for my Italian friends. Myanmar, 43.8 degrees centigrade. And even here in Spain, we recorded our hottest ever April temperature at 38.8 degrees in Cordoba Airport. 38.8 degrees, hottest ever April. And there was also another piece of news from France. France's National Council for Ecological Transition said, look, it's time to face reality and prepare for a plus 4 degrees centigrade increase thanks to global warming. Yeah, scary stuff, guys. But sadly, I can't go into those news. You will see them, though, on my Patreon. I will post them there, my friends, so don't worry. Guys, I think it's time to go to an unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
Okay, my friends, unpopular opinion o'clock. What is an unpopular opinion, first of all? It is a brain fart. Un pedo cerebral, una rayada, un pedo mental. I share it with you on my social media, namely my Instagram. You can catch me there, by the way. And thank you for so many people reaching out to me recently. So many people, and I love it. Thank you. You can reach out to me on Instagram at Professional Bohemian. That's Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés. Dress codes and uniforms are awesome. How do you think people voted, Natch? What do you think? What's your feeling here?
50-50.
Wow, good call, my dude. Well, it was slightly true. Slightly. But within a margin of error of 5%. So it was 53% said true, 47% said false. And it was a popular one. A lot of people voted. So we're going to, right here live, we're going to decide this issue. The elves have prepared a little pro and con statement for us. Let's read this out. Dress codes and uniforms are awesome. Uniforms can promote a sense of equality among students or employees by reducing visible socio-economic differences and discouraging judgment based on appearance. Love this. I don't reach out to you, Rob, because you're a busy man. Oh, thank you. I know, if you have reached out to me and I don't get back to you until the weekend, that's because my week's just crazy right now. Crazy. So yeah, that's a great point. You know, and that's what I love about uniforms in school, but I think we could roll this out to the rest of life. Let me continue. Dress codes and uniforms can help maintain focus on work or learning by minimizing distractions caused by fashion trends or provocative clothing. Yeah. When it's warm in the office, I roll up my trouser legs, as can be witnessed here. If you're watching the show live, and your question is, how does the world handle such sexiness? I have no idea. Poor people. Identity and pride. Uniforms can foster a sense of belonging and pride in a school or organization, helping to create a shared identity and team spirit. And finally, in the pro column, dress codes and uniforms can simplify clothing choices, saving time and energy that would otherwise be spent on selecting daily outfits. Okay, in the con column, arguing against the fact that dress codes and uniforms are awesome. Okay, so here we go. Dress codes and uniforms can suppress personal expression and creativity, preventing individuals from showcasing their unique styles and personalities through clothing. Dude, how much personality can you express through whatever? Okay, next. Discomfort. Uniforms may not be comfortable or flattering for everyone, potentially causing physical discomfort or self-consciousness. Okay. Financial burden. Purchasing uniforms can be an additional expense for families or individuals, particularly if the uniforms are costly or require regular replacement due to growth or wear. Elves, you know, that for me, don't your normal clothes need replacing? Come on, elves. That's it. I'm going to take 2 minutes off their outside time today. Only 3 minutes in the sunshine for those guys. And enforcement issues. Strict dress codes and uniform policies can lead to conflict between students or employees and administrators, potentially causing tension and diverting focus from more important matters. I did get some messages with regard to this. Dress codes and uniforms, no way. They're so limiting. People should be able to choose their own unique style. That's from Ellie. Daniel says, honestly, uniforms aren't that bad. They save me time in the morning since I don't have to worry about what to wear. Oh, can we get a ProBoh approved for Daniel, please?
ProBoh approved.
I think that might be Danielle, but whatever. Mia, ugh, I can't stand dress codes. She actually wrote, ugh. Some acting there, Natch. I'm going for the Oscars this year. They're too restrictive. I want to wear what makes me comfortable and happy. Okay, good point. And finally, Greg, uniforms teach discipline and foster a sense of belonging. In the military, they are essential for building camaraderie and maintaining order. I'm all in for them. All right. How do you feel about this, Natch? What's your gut feeling?
I'm not a big fan of uniforms, but I have to admit that they are convenient and like como que equiparan a todos los niveles. Okay.
Yeah.
But the problem in my case with my kids is the price.
Okay.
It's super expensive. 50 euros per one skirt.
Really?
50 euros.
That's price gouging, man.
That's the thing, that they force you to wear a uniform, but
it's very expensive.
They sell it to you, so.
And you can't buy it somewhere else?
No.
Oh! Okay, so I understand where your feeling comes from. Okay, I get that. I'm going to ask you to imagine a world where no price gouging or estafas like that one happen. Dude, that's sick. That's sick because I'm sure the skirt, I know baby Nachi is very baby, so it's tiny.
Yes.
It's like a handkerchief.
And it's like for 1 or 2 years.
50, oh God. Come on. I don't want, let's not name and shame the school, but if you're baby Nachi's school, shame on you. Shame on you. ProBoh disapproves. Okay, guys, I see all your comments. I'm going to post the poll in the chat, and you're going to tell me, are dress codes and uniforms awesome? Before I have a chance to influence you, I want to know, are dress codes and uniforms awesome? I'll give you a little taste. Look, I don't want to have to decide what I have to wear every morning. I need a uniform so bad, I created my own. Blue jeans and t-shirts. And, feel free to join me in that. Okay, I see your comments in the chat. I'm going to ask you to vote. We'll get back to those in a second. Friends, so many things you could have been doing this morning. Instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with Natch and I, and it means the world. I will see you in a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ProBoh Show on this Monday morning. If you're lucky enough to be joining us live on twitch.tv/Professional Bohemian, it's currently 9 a.m. Central European Time. And for you godlike beings who download the podcast, more of you than ever, thank you. And especially a big thank you for sharing the content and increasing its popularity. I really appreciate that, guys. Honest to God. We're reaching a lot of new people, and it means the world. So thank you so much for that. Okay, if you're just tuning in, what did we talk about? We kind of spoke a little bit about our weekends. I actually also called my mum Natch. I called my mum to wish her happy Mother's Day. But it's not Mother's Day. It wasn't Mother's Day in England, you might say. Doesn't matter. I forgot the British one, which I think was in March. So I felt like half a good son. I spoke to my mum. Spoke to Mama Bo. And we spoke about the movies we'd seen. Natch, not a massive fan of Mario, but understood that it was a good movie for kids. I watched Renfield, vampire comedy, very, very cool, very funny. And Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which in my mind is the best Marvel movie since... I would say since... what was the one before Endgame? Infinity War. Endgame I wasn't a massive fan of. Infinity War. For me, the best Marvel movie since Infinity War. Then what else did we talk about? We spoke about Amazon being flooded with AI books. AI books, crazy. AI writers. Flooding Amazon's marketplace. Sorry, I'm just writing down the results of the poll. Flooding the Amazon marketplace with books written entirely by AI. Crazy times, man. Eventually, we're going to come to the point where we don't know if what we're reading is come from a real person, an elf, or AI. We'll never know. I can guarantee you everything that I read on the show has come directly from an elf. Then we spoke about Dutch farms. They've been paid to close down to reduce nitrogen emissions. Nearly 3,000 farms are eligible for this voluntary closure. And then we very, very briefly touched on the climate crisis, the fact that Vietnam recorded its highest ever temperature, ever, at 44.1 degrees centigrade, and probably going to be surpassed very soon as well. How are you doing, Sasha? Welcome. You skipped class, so you're here, joining us all the way from Australia. Welcome. And Min's here. How are you doing, Min? And then we moved on to today's unpopular opinion, which was dress codes and uniforms are awesome. And aren't they just? Okay, so here's my thoughts on the topic. I don't think we should stop at schools. I think there should be a dress code or a uniform for everything. For life in general. The life uniform. I'll wear the Spain uniform if that's what you want me to do. If the Spain uniform ever happens, I will wear it. Because why? Because I don't, but I know people who just spend the longest time getting ready to go out, or, my friend just bought these shoes and I like these shoes, so I'm going to buy those shoes. The amount of money that we waste on clothing and time we waste on clothing and how we look. You know what I mean? I just think it's ridiculous. You know? I wear the same thing every single day. Natch can vouch for me. A t-shirt and jeans. Occasionally I'll wear a button-down shirt, and I will do that when my t-shirts are all dirty and I haven't done the laundry. Rob's uniform, going bald everywhere to match his shiny head, says Sasha. Yeah, amen. It's freezing here in Australia. Oh my God. Yeah, it's winter out there, right? Okay, let's see what people were saying in the chat, because there were some interesting opinions. Let's scroll up 1 second. Sorry, my friends. Today's unpopular opinion is related to the one about fashion being stupid. I like the idea of dressing not being an indicative of social class and wealth, so I support uniforms in school. Yes, me too. And this was an issue at my school, because there were some families that were better, had more income than mine. I'm very glad that there was a school uniform that we could just wear. And that's those socio-economic factors didn't really come into play. I think that was a blessing. Deciding what to wear each day is a headache, says Nessa Vanessa. I could not agree more, Nessa. I would wear an adult uniform if there was one. Today's unpopular... But outside school, I think we should be able to express ourselves also by the way we dress. Then what am I expressing about myself? Other than bad fashion choices. That's the only thing I'm expressing with my clothes. I'll go on to explain a little bit more about that later. Uniforms honestly weren't that bad in school. This is from FridayCon. You get used to it. I wouldn't mind it being more of a thing. Yeah, me neither, Conman. Nacho, I'm sure the uniform is cheaper than regular clothes they will destroy anyway in a couple of months in school. Nacho's kind of... undecided about that point, but it is a valid point. Requiring uniforms is one of the simplest forms of the removal of individual expression. I mean, how are we expressing ourselves wearing clothes? Can I just ask that question? When I wear a Nike t-shirt, I'm basically just a Nike billboard selling their products. I'm not expressing myself. How exactly are we expressing ourselves? Through our clothing choices. This is what I don't understand. That I like what am I expressing right now? That I like white t-shirts. Is that an important part of my personality that I need to communicate to people? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. And there are other ways we can express ourselves. For example, using our voices or writing to one another. Let's see. And as such, it's a popular measurement to take for fascist regimes. Oh, okay. I mean, I can't disagree with that. When you want to rob someone of their individuality and make them dress the same, I can't disagree with that point. But I think in this modern age, our individuality can be measured by so many other things. Sasha says, my daily uniform is a t-shirt, tights, or track pants, depending on the weather, and a hoodie. Yeah, me too. Like, I keep my blazer here in the office, and I literally only wear it for this show. Because I want to look pretty for you all. Is that me expressing myself? Maybe. JM Romanova, uniform at school is like kind of socialism. They want us to become equal. Individuality is the way. Okay, well, let's get to the results of the poll, because the comments don't necessarily reflect the results. Can we get a drum roll, Natch? 67% of you said it. It is true. It's true. Dress codes and uniforms are awesome. But my point is, let's expand this out. I want a uniform for life. I don't want a uniform. I don't care. Give me a burlap sack, right? As long as everyone is wearing the same burlap sack, fine. Forget like socioeconomic factors. I don't want to be looking at someone, or I don't want someone looking at me and thinking, why is he so scruffy? He must be poor. Whether that's true or not, I don't think that's fair. I mean, a lot of these messages we send, like you expressing your individuality, quite often what we're expressing is exactly that, our socio-economic status, by having the best or the newest sneakers. I've got some Air Jordans, look at me. Look at my Balenciagas. I mean, is that really a message we want to be sending? And quite often we're not sending positive messages about who we are as people, more about how much money we have in the bank to be able to afford those clothes. As you know, I've said it a bunch of times. I shop in what's it called? The Irish clothing not Media Mart. God, what's it called, Natch? Primark. I shop in Primark, and I wear those clothes until they disintegrate off my body, and then I replace them with clothes that are as close to identical as possible. Because I don't think we're saying anything of worth with our clothing. I don't think we're communicating anything. When I was a teenager, I wanted to communicate a certain taste in music. I had long hair, wore tight black jeans and dark t-shirts. But it has literally been jeans and t-shirts since then on. You need some fancy wigs for the show, says Sasha. Nessa, apparently what I express with the way I dress is that I'm a weirdo and dress like an old hippie. Give me a uniform, please. Yeah, amen, me too. Sasha, nothing wrong with being weird and looking like an old hippie, Nessa Finessa. I dress like a grunge metalhead, and I'm proud to be a weirdo. Good for you, Sasha, me too. Yeah, I don't think we're really communicating anything of great value in the way we dress, personally. And if we decided to have like a global uniform, I would be right behind it, because my feelings on fashion, man. This weekend, this is what I was going to say. Other than the cinema, the rest of the time, like, I wore the same tracksuit bottoms and slippers. I went shopping in my slippers, Natch. In mis zapatillas de casa. That's where I've fallen, Natch. That's where I've fallen in this world. Yes, I wore the same thing all weekend, and it felt great. It felt great. And people maybe looked at me and made judgments based on about my personality, my economic status, based on the way I was dressing. But I don't care. I don't care. Bring on the world uniform. Anyway, so there you go. 67% of you said true. Uniforms and dress codes are awesome. Let's move on to today's 100 Humans. Okay, here we go, friends. It was a long walk to work today, across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys, and on that walk, I encountered 100 humans, and I asked them all a question. Today's question was, what do students do that annoys their professors or teachers the most? What do students do that annoys their professors or teachers the most? I asked them that question, they gave me their answers. I have the top 7 answers right here. Your job is to identify those top 7 answers. Things that students do that annoy their professors. I'll give you a clue. Most of, imagine adolescence up to college, university. So things that students do to annoy their teachers. You didn't go out in your slippers, Rob. I did. I went out, I walked the dogs, I went to my corner shop, bought frozen pizza, I did it all in my slippers, like a king. Como un rey. Let's see what people are saying. All right, here we go. Natch, what's your first thought? Things that students do to annoy their teachers.
Coming late.
Late, tardiness. Tardiness. Oh, it's a good one. No one else has said that. So is tardiness, arriving late, is that there? Yes, it is. Well done, Natch. Natch is on fire. Natch, 6th most popular answer. 8 of 100 humans said to arrive late. Well done. Okay, here we go. Pedro says talking through class. Nessa also says talking too much. All right. Talking too much. It's a great answer. But is it there? Yes, it is. Well done. Well done. That was Pedro. All right. Nice one, Pedro. And also Nessa right after. Guys, with 32 of 100 humans, it's the number 1 answer. Oh my God. You guys are on fire today. I can tell you we're all terrible students, just like me. Okay, chewing gum, says Oars. Chewing gum. Things that students do to annoy their teachers. Chew gum. Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done, Oars. It is the 7th most popular answer, with 3 of 100 humans saying, yeah, chewing gum annoys our professors. Okay, next one. Burping, says Pedro. Burping? Really? All right. Did the 100 humans agree? No, they didn't. Sorry. Use their phones. Use their phones. This one from Nessa Finessa. Use their phones. I'm going to give you that. Well done. Here I have like WhatsApp, text messages, chat messages. So yeah, using your phones. There it is. It's the 5th most popular answer, with 9 of 100 humans saying it annoys professors when students use their phones. Sasha says to skip class. To skip class. Is skipping class there? Yes, it is. Oh my God, guys. You all had a good breakfast this morning. You're killing it. Skipping class is there. 17 of 100 humans said that. It's in 3rd place. All right, you're missing only 2. Ooh. All right, here we go. Copying exams or cheating. Let's say cheating. Is cheating there? Yes, it is. Well done. Pedro and Nessa are killing it. Pedro and Nessa are just killing it right now. Okay, so cheating is there. It is the 4th most popular answer, with 13 of 100 humans saying cheating. Okay, we're gonna compile a bunch of these. Here we have farting. Would that really annoy a teacher? Well, maybe. I guess it depends on how aggressive the stink is. Okay, is farting there? No, it's not. Sorry. Not there. Neither is not listening, arriving late. We had that one already. Answering back, being cheeky, telling jokes, or gossiping. None of those are there. But someone from Australia joining us in the chat had an interesting opinion. They said falling asleep. Did you ever fall asleep during a lecture or a class, Natch?
Not completely, but yeah.
Yeah, me too. Because the education system rocks. Okay, is falling asleep there? Yes, it is. Well done. The 2nd most popular answer, with 18 of 100 humans saying falling asleep. Very good. Nessa also said eating or drinking in class. Depends on the strength of the alcohol, really. All right, let's go through the list. In position number 7, when I asked 100 humans to tell me what students do to annoy their professors and teachers, in position number 7 was chewing gum, with 3 of 100 humans. In position number 6 was arriving late. God, that must be a nightmare in Spanish schools, right? Because you guys are not known for your timekeeping. Oh yeah, we'll give them another 5 minutes. All right, position number 5. We had text messaging or chatting on your mobile phone. In position number 4, we had cheating. In position number 3, with 17 of 100 humans, we had skipping class. Skipping class, so just missing the class. Dude, that was basically my high school education. It was spent smoking cigarettes outside. That's why I ended up like this. Stay in school, kids. All right, in position number 2, falling asleep. 18 of 100 humans said that. And finally, in position number 1, congratulations to Pedro and Nessa Finessa, talking in class. You're doing God's work, friends. You did well today. I don't know what you ate or drank for breakfast, but good job. I nearly fell asleep in most of my classes. Yeah, that's why I was respectful. It's not that I skipped class. I just didn't want them to know how boring they were. So I just didn't go. There you go. That's how I do it, friends. Joking, kids. Stay in school. Don't end up like Uncle Rob. All right, here we go. We're going to go to Complete the News.
Complete the news.
Okay, my friends, you know how this works. I'm going to give you a news headline, un titular, but I'm going to leave out some important information. If you're one of the many people who are watching the show right now, but you're too nervous to share your opinions, this is your moment, because all you have to write is A, B, or C. So here we go with Complete the News number 1. Florida lawmakers... So people who make laws in Florida, which is where you can imagine in Florida, it's just a room full of monkeys, right? Throwing feces at each other. Okay, here we go. Florida lawmakers pass a bill allowing blank to be built into Florida roads. So Florida lawmakers pass a bill. So they pass something into law that allows them to put blank into Florida roads. What are they building into Florida roads? Okay, here we go. A, B, or C? A. Is it A, human remains? Human remains. So like, skeletons, whatever. Cheaper than a funeral, Natch. You're laughing, but... Grandma could be helping pave the roads. That's all I'm saying. Is it B, radioactive material? Or is it C, solar panels? See, you were thinking it's not a progressive state. But hey, maybe it's solar panels. C. Okay, Florida lawmakers pass a bill allowing blank to be built into Florida roads. Is it A, human remains? Is it B, radioactive material? Or is it C, solar panels? Let me see your answers in the chat. What do you think, Natch?
Human remains?
Human remains. It's a sturdy building material that we haven't really capitalized on as a society. All we're doing is putting them under the ground. Grandma could build a church. Stop wasting those hard bones. Human remains. Okay, I respect that answer, Natch. In the chat, it's a tie between A and B, human remains and radioactive material, because it's Florida, says Pedro. If this was any other state, it would be C, says Min, joining us all the way from the Netherlands. How are you doing, sir? C wouldn't be on the news, says Pedro. Okay. So I think Natch breaks the tie, and we'll go for A, human remains. Okay, let's get a drum roll, Natch. Florida lawmakers pass a bill allowing radioactive material to be built into Florida roads. Why? Because Florida, friends. Because Florida's greatest export is weird news stories. Yeah, keep your eye out, man. There'll be like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming to a Florida road near you. So yeah, this is a true story. Again, all these links will go into my Patreon. Florida lawmakers have passed a bill that allows the use of radioactive... Here we go. It is a pronunciation challenge. Radioactive phosphogypsum in road constructions for demonstration projects. Conservation groups are urging Governor DeSantis to veto the bill as they believe it poses risks to road construction workers. Of course, Florida is putting radioactive material into their roads because Florida. All right, very quickly, next and last one. Are we ready, Natch? Here we go. Italy calls a crisis meeting over surging blank prices. So surging means, increasing a lot, exponentially. Italy calls a crisis meeting over surging blank prices. Is it A, hair gel? Because Italians. Is it B, Mother's Day gifts? Because Italians. Or is it C, pasta? Macarrones? Because Italians. Okay. Italy calls a crisis meeting over surging blank prices. Is it A, hair gel, B, Mother's Day gifts, or C, pasta? Don't call me racist. I am Italian. I can say these things. Me and Alberto Alonso, we're allowed. We come from Italian heritage. What do you think, Natch? Oh, don't be so racist, Natch. Come on.
Hair gel.
Hair gel. Okay. Natch says A, hair gel. In the chat, we have the bridge A, B, A, C, A. Okay, A is in the lead, hair gel. Natch, you made an influence there. Pedro, Pedro and Nuria said B. And Min, I will salute you for being the only person to say pasta. Let's get a little drum roll. Italy calls a crisis meeting over surging pasta prices. See how he employed racism there for humour? Italy's industry minister Adolfo Urso has called for a crisis meeting to address the surge in pasta prices. The cost of pasta products rose by 17.5% year on year, and that beats Italian inflation, which is at 8.1%. Wow, crazy. All right, friends, look, that's all we've got time for today. My God, what a fun show, Natch. What a fun show. We've covered everything from dress codes to to Amazon AI written books, to Dutch farmers being paid to close down, to climate change. Oh my God, friends. Oh my God. What a day. I will be back. Don't forget, there is no live show tomorrow. Richard's here. But I will be back on Wednesday with another ProBoh Show, my friends. If you're one of the angelic beings who download the podcast, expect a classic show to be posted tomorrow for your entertainment pleasure. But guys, let me tell you something. So many things you could have been doing today. But instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with Natch and I, and it means the absolute world. I will see you next time.